Still no. Maybe the volume is too low. Boo, boo, boo. All right, something happening with my PC. Another outage from Microsoft, huh? Come on, guys. Anything goes wrong, don't put it on Microsoft. Oh, God, man. Oh, God, man. Okay, my PC is not responding well. What I do is I'll rejoin again, okay? I can see that my mic is going well. So hold on for a few seconds. I'm going to come back again. Restart is international solution. Let's do that. Hello again, back here.
Hi, Shri.
All right,
Hope you can hear us now.
that's fantastic. I thought of putting the blame on crowds. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. If anything goes wrong, my bike is not starting, maybe Microsoft is down. Okay, good. So back here, there was some glitch in my hardware. Then I did some stuff, it started working. It's a good news. All right, good to see you all. Let's see who all available in the camera to say hello. I see Karthik, I see Satam, few more people getting on the cam. Rishikesh, nice. Amit is here. Fantastic. Good to know. Amit is giving a new look. Okay, good. Hope the week is going well. Coming to the end of July, and summer should be settling down in some part of the country.
Yeah, it's raining.
Nice. Rain is also a problem going on the road to reach office. It's also happening, isn't it?
Much of
Okay.
traffic.
Yeah, of course, it's a problem. All right, good. So now let's talk something about the path. When I say path, I have few people who cleared the exam recently. So is there any change happening in the question paper? Answer is yes and no. What is yes and no? No is, yes, we're going to follow the same pattern of 180 questions, and it is going to follow 60, 60, 60. That's how it is working. However, when I say yes, I could see some of the members who took the exam, they say that time crunch is pretty high in the exam hall. When it comes to covering 180 questions, they have to push a bit hard in the last 60 questions. Then I've asked further question, why? Why is such thing happening? Why somebody cannot complete it? What I observed is there are few questions which they give so elaborative, bigger one, which is eating much time, where a person have to read at least twice or 3 times. Is it very subjective? Answer is yes, because in this room there could be some people who have a good reading ability. Their proficiency in reading is really good. For them, it's fine. Coming from Asia, I cannot conclude that everyone will have that reading ability because we are not native English people. Even though we read our syllabus in schools, on college, or in office, but still our brain process in our native language. So now what's a thought process here is, I would recommend people to see how can you improve your reading ability, which means if you read a question once, if you can get 50 to 70% of the meaning of the question, that will help you to solve the answers better, rather reading 3 times. 2 is also fine, but 3, 4 is very high. I see some people read 4 times. The more they read, the more the nervous they are. So how to improve this, Shri? A very old, simple technique again. When you read a question and you answer it, and you do analysis after the exam got over, take that one question and start identifying what are the key parameters in the question. Like there is an is, there is a was. Is and was can change the meaning of the question. In a rush of reading, we would have read is as not a present tense, as a past tense. So now the more we observe that, there is a high probability of when you read a question first time, you get 60 to 70% or 50 to 70%. So somebody cannot get 100%. The answer is very less. The reason is we have this listening ability. If you read in the books, we call as active listening. Yeah, we heard about something called 3 stages of listening. Do anyone remember that? In the PMP book, you read 3 stages of listening. What are they? Internal listening, focused listening, and global listening. Now, what happened here is when we read a question, our brain cannot be 100% there. Your brain is somewhere a little bit distracted. If you're in a family, in your house, definitely something is going on. On top of that, in your mind, you start judging the question even before you complete reading it. When you're halfway, you read, your brain starts judging it. Now, this is so much complicated, which I cannot tell everyone can come out and read 100%. So my recommendation is read 50 to 70%. Now, why I'm starting the day with this information is, if a time crunch happens, what I observed is the last 60 questions in the main exam, in that, specifically last 30 or 40 questions, people really don't think an answer. They start clicking some number because, yeah, obviously you're in rush. That's very evident. Even though you have a 40 minutes with a 40 question, 40 minutes with 40 question, will it be good in the last section? 40 minutes, 40 question. Will it be tight or will it is fine?
Bit tight.
Bit tight, right? But what I hear with some people who struggled is 30 minutes and 40 questions. Now, when you have 30 minutes and 40 questions, what happened? You have to read a question less than a minute. Is it correct? Unfortunately, when I use the word unfortunately, what I mean is the PMI, what they're doing here is, in the last 60 questions, they give multiple choice answers. The last 60, they give multiple choice, which means you have to choose A, B or A, C as an answer. That kind of question. They also give something called drag and drop. If you heard about it, drag and drop. Now, already a person is in the pressure of completing 40 questions in 30 minutes, which is a tight. You have to go 40 seconds per question or less than that. Now, on top of that, if you get a question like this, a multiple choice or a drag and drop, each question like that will take at least 2 minutes of time. So now look at the pressure you're going to get. Now, I don't want to put a pressure on you right now, but the recommendation here is what we can do. When we practice questions, in ShriLearning, we have 40 questions. We have 60 questions. I don't want you to rush, but let's be a little bit conscious, how we are answering this 60 questions exam. Am I spending 60 questions exam 60 minutes? Or am I spending 70? Am I spending 90? Look at that. When I spend more time, what is my score? When I spend exactly 1.5 minutes, what is my score? It depends. Some people, when they read more, they answer wrong. Some people, when they read to the given time, they answer better, which means their instinct says A is the right answer. When they read second time, they choose B. Do anyone recognize this, what I'm saying? Is that happened to anyone here like that?
Yes, sir, it happens.
Yes,
Yes. Happens, right? But for that, you cannot discourage your brain to tell that don't say anything to me. Your brain suddenly will behave like a boyfriend, girlfriend, will not talk to you for 2 days. Guys, man, if your boyfriend, girlfriend don't talk to you 2 days, you keep on checking the WhatsApp, nothing comes there. So that gets more irritated. So don't give an instruction like that to your brain. Rather, test yourself in different timelines. Why I have to give this generic suggestion is, in this room, I have a good reading person, moderate reading person, a less moderate reading person. So I have to give a suggestion that try with 60 to 60, 60 to 70, 60 to 80, or 60 to 90. See different variations, how you're doing. When you practice this, it's a net practice like a cricket. When you go to the ground, it's totally different. It's a different ground that it is. But at least your brain is prepared. I can do even a shorter version. I can do a longer version. So you know who you are. This is one of the thought process towards examination. Let me come to the point of drag and drop. In ShriLearning, we had one URL. There is a link given to you, which is especially questions on drag and drop to practice it. Even though you practice 500 questions in drag and drop, when you sit in the exam hall, that's going to be unique, which means your brain has to process it. Even though you practiced it, your brain has to process it. I can give 2 suggestions. I would have said before, I'll repeat again. If you're taking this exam from the center, you get a sheet. If you see the answers, if you see a question, A, B, C as a question, relevant answers are there. Choice 1, choice 2, choice 3. Write down in a paper, A will go to position 2, C will go to position 1. Write it down and then look at the screen again. What I written down, will it make sense? After the brain says more than 70% is fine, now start dragging it. The reason I'm saying is, in PMI, they don't have a facility that once you drag and drop on the answer, it will hide the answer. If it hides that particular line, your brain don't know what was inside there. If you want to get the reshuffling, again, you have to move everything out. So it's a time-consuming process. Okay, I believe PMI purposefully give it. If you're taking exam from home, it's challenging because you're not given with the paper. It's a mind calculation. I will give you another suggestion, even though it's not a great suggestion, but I feel that your first attempt, you have to try something to map. Whatever your first attempt, your brain says, stop there. Don't do another calculation, move away. I have seen some people did this and they found they are relaxed in the exam hall because we don't know what is the weightage of answers mark for each question, but still 5 to 4 questions, they spend only 1 minute. Just drag, drop, leave it and move away. They cleared the exam. The pressure was less. If a drag and drop questions takes 2 or 2.5 minutes each question, if you attempt 7 questions, huge time gone there. End of this 14, 15 minutes of calculation, still we are not sure your answer is correct. And still top of that, pressure adds up. So now we have two choices. One is calculate in the paper and do it, or do once, move away. With this, we can save some time, specifically last 60 questions. Okay, this is one thing. When you practice 180 questions in ShriLearning, we have given 230 plus 20 minutes. You will have 250 minutes given in the exam in a ShriLearning question paper. Be very conscious. When I come to 60th question, I will leave the computer as it is. Just drop the mouse and keyboard and walk away. Go for a walk for 5 minutes or 6 minutes, drink water, take good breathing and come back. It may look like you're relaxed, but don't do that at home continuously. Take a break and then start the exam. I'm hearing some people are going with a high stress when they do exam continuously, which is not needed for you at the age of 30s and 40s. Your health is important than the exam. Is it sure? Yeah? Our health is bigger than this PMP. PMP is nothing. It's part of life. Your health is more important. So give that a 60 questions exam, go for a walk, take good breathe and come back. When I say breathe, as we would have said in the class sometime, our brain is an organ which needs highest energy from the body. Your energy source comes from your food and the blood circulation. There is something called blood oxygen, and your brain needs more oxygen. You have to breathe well. What I observed when I took an examination those days, we breathe half when we are under pressure. We don't take full breath. We breathe off. The more you breathe off, your brain won't function properly. That is also the reason they ask you to breathe well. This is all nice to hear, Shri. But when I sit in the computer, I don't even know whether I'm breathing or sleeping. It goes like crazy. It's really true. That's how it is. But try implementing such of things here and there, and chances are you get into the streamline. Even though this exam is not the most toughest exam, but the age of 30s and 40s and 50s, it is toughest exam. Am I saying that correctly? Even though it's not a toughest exam, at the age of 30s, 40s, and 50s, it's toughest because we have too many commitments around us. Our brain is also different what we had in the age of 18. We are different now. Is this true? Yeah. So point is you have to consider certain points here depending on your style. Don't consider equating with others, but you will have your own style. Yeah, we'll stop there. All right. Any thoughts here? People who took exams recently, 60 questions or 180 questions, what was your pattern or what was your success or failure point?
Shri, yesterday I took 180 questions. So like first 60 questions, the answering ability is always good. So when you like, I got 60% in the exam. So I had sent you the WhatsApp message also. The first 60 is always good. Like when you see the answering ability, it is always good. The mid, like after 10 minutes break. So once we enter into 100 to 150, there is always the answering ability is going down.
Okay.
And last, and especially last 10 questions, again, it is going down. Probably it is because of the pressure, or I don't know. But it's always in between 100 to 150. It's always like simple mistakes I'm making or something of that kind.
Got you. How is the time management going on?
It's good, Shri. So I had some 5 minutes left when I finished the exam. I took 10 minutes break. Completely, I took break. Yeah.
Break as well. Okay, nice to know. But you see, there is a drop happening. Okay. That is, I think, unavoidable because we get tired. After 150 questions means you would have crossed already how many hours? At least 2.5 hours you have crossed already. I'm sure tiredness will be there, that we cannot avoid it. If the dip is so heavy, then probably you have to think of getting a short break. In main exam, when you sit in the exam hall, you can take n number of breaks as you want.
Oh, for example, if after 30 questions also I can go out and come.
You can go anytime because you paid the money.
Oh.
Official break is only 2. Official is a 2. What is unofficial? Then you can take unofficial. Official means PMI permitted break, which is there given to you. Your clock stops, your exam clock stops for you. When you want to take unofficial, that means it's not counted there, then your clock keep going on. Times keep going on. I don't see any point in sitting and answering wrong. Rather, you walk even for 5 minutes and come back, your productivity can be higher. Isn't it?
Yes.
Sitting and wasting the time with the 10 questions making it wrong, I may even go sacrifice 2 question time, but still I'll catch up the speed. So check if you want to introduce a break again after, let's say 60, then you said another 60, 120. Now after maybe 140 or 150, you can take another 5 minutes, but this is counted on your time, but still it's okay. Just take a walk, sip of water, come back again. That also helps. Yeah, that's possible. Possible in a center-based exam. In a home-based exam, do they allow such a break? Is a question mark, since I have not heard much from the people like this. When you do a home, I believe you have to inform to the invigilator who is watching you, and they should agree for that, and then you go for the break.
Yes, mine is center-based ratio. I'll concentrate on this.
Then it's fine. Then it's fine. Fantastic. All right. So I have today 2-3 questions. Before that, we listen to.
Sorry to interrupt. I have one question regarding the same.
Who's that? Let me see who's talking to me.
Okay. This is Reena.
Reena is talking. Yes, Reena, please go ahead. Yep.
Yeah. So I had tried once, but due to some interruption from my friend, I had no personal laptop that time. I had my office laptop, so I couldn't attend there. So I tried to use her laptop, but she interrupted. She came into the room, so my exam got closed. Even it was third question and fourth question, it was a big loss for me.
Do they give a warning for you? Do they give a warning?
They gave a warning, but when I went back to, after she was talking something, just I came back in 30 seconds back to laptop. It was warning, and they disconnected. And they did not allow. Even I dropped email and I asked a lot of things, but they didn't. So what my question is, I had written that I had seen there in instructions that they will allow 10 minutes of the break if you are taking it from home. So during that 10 minutes, can we, go outside and read some questions, answers, theory, what we can?
Yeah, I'll answer this part. When they say 10 minutes break, whether it is a home or center-based, in both the place, definitely you have to move out of your exam place. In a center-based exam, you have a specific room for the exam. So you can come out, there'll be a toilet or a washroom, then you do all the stuff and come back. When it is a home, definitely you sit in a room like this. Then you will move out from here. You can go out, you can drink a water or look at the book, whatever you want, you can do. But you have to keep in mind, when you move out for the break, the question paper will be locked. That 60 questions will be locked. Every 60 question, they have a lock there. So that 60 questions will be locked. So when you go out, when you come back, that's going to be a new slot opening for you. Next 60 questions. That's going to happen. And so you may not have an opportunity to read about the question. Rather, you read a topic and come back. But I don't think somebody does it in 10 minutes. You will only refresh and come back.
Yeah, but we can revise, right? If we go outside, we can keep the book.
If you have such a speed of revising, yes, you can. You can do that.
Of course, in exam time, it's 1 minute is very important.
My
First of all,
suggestion is let's not do that. In fact, I've asked people to stop reading the previous evening.
Yeah, that's mine is so hectic.
This is not a school exam where we read till the exam hall entrance. Those days are gone. This is a management exam. The content should get inside, and we have to digest the content to respond to a situation, not react, respond. When your brain has to respond, the content should get inside. And that is the reason to the class I'm taking.
Your voice is not audible. You're not audible. I see some interruption.
Shri, not audible.
Yeah, you're not audible.
I had a glitch in my internet. Is it better right now?
That's
Yes,
okay.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
better, right? All right, go ahead, Reena. You were asking something.
Yeah, that was only. Otherwise, I know the question is all tricky, not the theoretical. Like we simply can read out and
Okay.
give the answer, as you said. Yeah, it was
Okay.
really. It's really very hard to go through the whole night study and morning give the exam. Better take the rest, proper rest, and then
Yep.
think and attempt the
Yeah,
exam.
exactly. The last 1 week of the exam, I recommend people to stay in touch with me so that at least I can give some suggestions what all can be done. This last 1 week is a stressful week. The more the exam comes closer and closer, you start feeling the stress because money involved, our value is involved in the family, and we'll be more stressed on the time. So stay connected with somebody like me or Rahul. Be connected. Number one, the day before the exam, not only for enough everyone here, the day before the exam, by evening, stop reading. I'll recommend to close by 4 or 5 o'clock. At least that's what I did. I closed reading everything by the previous evening. That's it. Just go for a long walk, come back, have a good food, and sleep well. At least 7 hours of good sleep. Definitely, the sleep will be disturbed, but I recommend to sleep at least 7 or 8 hours. Wake up in the morning. In the morning, just take a look of notes. No need to rush anything. Just see what you know. Don't read any new topic. Those are school days. In the morning, exam hall, your friend will tell that question is coming. Then you have to read it. Those days are gone. Now you have to only recall some of your notes. And one recommendation I give is morning, take one short exam, 10 question exam, any 10 question, chapter test or something. The reason is your brain get to warm up in the morning with the 10 question. When you go to main exam, your main exam should not be first question. Your main exam should be 11th question, which means your brain started processing already in the morning hours. Don't worry whether you get 0 mark when you practice it. It's completely fine. You're just warming up your brain. When you go to the main exam, it will be 11th question, not the first question. If this can be done, chances are we're in a streamlined way. Yeah. But one question to you, Reena, when this incident happened about the exam?
Yeah, it's last month. I hope you heard from the coordinator that one of the guy is going to give exam tomorrow. That was me only because I was already prepared and I had got all content training from my office side. So they said you do not need any training to be attend. But I was not much confident. I was little worried about the exam. So I one day before I connected with Rahul and he shared me your topics that trainings link and content. But in one day I couldn't cover all. But I was confident that I will complete. But later, because our question was case basis, tricky, not so simple. Like because I'm agile, safe agile certified, CSM certified. I'm experienced Scrum Master, so I was confident, but that was not really.
Will not work. Will not work.
Yes, that was
Okay.
really not
Okay.
exactly.
Agile is one section of the PMP. PMP is very huge. For the information for everyone, PMP is one of the toughest exam in the world, top in management. So it has a case study. Every question is a case. What we see in Scaled Agile, Scrum certification, it's all school level exam, 5th or 7th grade exam. What we take in PMP, it's a grade of like attending some competitive exam in college and beyond that. The level is so gap. A person Scrum certified cannot clear PMP. Scrum certified, Scrum is just a small piece of learning which says what is a Scrum, what is a Scrum Master role, what you do as a ceremonies, what is a blockers. This is what they'll
Sir,
explain.
my exam was PMP, ACP PMP, not it was PMP. PMI-ACP, sorry. PMI-ACP.
Still, the Scrum certification will help us to learn what is the Scrum ceremonies. But when you go to PMP or ACP, it goes detailed. It goes detailed in the sense of talking about lean management, talks about extreme programming, talks about crystal methodology, talks about agile mindset, leadership in agile. So
All
it goes
frameworks.
detailed, right? I will say that the knowledge what we gained in our office and our certification like SAFE definitely help you. but we cannot equate it. They are totally different because it's all case studies. Now, our recommendation to you is go through the content, read it, and you can stay in touch with me or Rahul. Probably you can stay in touch with me to tell about what is your preparation strategy and how is your chapter test or your practice exam scores are coming up. When you share that, at least I can get an idea where you stand now. I can give some suggestions what you have to do towards your main exam.
I attempted, I got 70 plus, but not 80 plus and 90 plus.
Very good.
But
Very
all
good.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Fantastic. Stay in touch. We'll work it out and let's keep the exam date planned and move towards it. Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Great. Thanks for joining here. Then let's listen to anyone else who have the exam closer.
Yes, sir. My exam is on 6th of August. I already WhatsApp you.
6th of August. Yeah, pretty closer. Okay. You are the ACP star already. Okay. 6th of August. How many days we have? We have
around 1 week plus
1 week time there. How many full exams you did, Amit, already?
So I have done already 6 full exam and sorry, 5 full exam. Regularly giving 40 exam. Till now I've given around 12 plus 40 exam. 60 exam I've done already. 7. And you told me to give 10 exam to the particular subject
10
wise
questions. Okay.
and read chapter 5.
Yeah.
And also whatever I go with the exam, I already reading that if I found some gap in that.
Okay.
And glossary I'm doing that, and whatever I make notes during that practice and all that, I'm preparing that as well.
So now, question to you. Some of the bullet points what I gave here is, I also asked to take a look of PMI Code of Ethics. Have you seen?
Yes.
Okay. You are able to connect that Code of Ethics with the leadership model. When they say leadership, there is a chapter for leadership.
Yes. So for leadership, actually, you told me to read the chapter 5. So I did that. So I completed the chapter. And also, I was hoping that I would read the budget part and the communication and stakeholder, because you told me to get a 10 questions every day. But so I was hoping to read those chapter as well along with the questions.
Okay. Nice to know. Good. I think whatever did is good. And I'm sure you've gone through Agile practice guide.
Yes.
Okay, that's also clear there. Okay, your groundwork is good now. Only area where we have to focus is on the question reading ability. In the last few days, we have to give more attention towards even taking a short exam. You don't need to take a full exams. Now on, you can take even a short exam, but we have to be more concentrated. How can I read a question effectively? And it's not only for Amit, for everyone, the PMP or PMI-ACP. When you read a scenario, see yourself on this scenario. And for this, they use the different terms. They call as a PMI mindset or project manager mindset. Some terms they use, but I would say that you think yourself on that particular situation. What if I'm as a manager there? What if I'm an agile manager there? What if I'm a scrum master there? What I do there? This imagination for a few questions will make your brain to really think from that perspective. That's pretty important. So this you can do the last few days. So it will help a lot in the main exam. Yeah. Right, good. Then stay in touch, Amit. Let's work it out towards exam.
Sure, sir. Yeah.
Perfecto. All right, then is any other person getting the exam? Karthik.
Yes,
hey, Karthik.
my exam is on August 9th, Shri.
August 9. Very good. So Amit is going to give you guidance. Which city you are, Karthik?
Bangalore. Shri.
Bangalore. What is the exam center place?
Lalbagh.
Lalbagh Center. Okay.
Which is very close to my, I can go by metro. And this week I'm planning to go and see the location and come.
Yeah, better to do that.
Yeah.
That's clear. You have to be 45 minutes at least before the examination hall.
So my examination timing is from 10:30 to 2:30.
Okay, 10:30 to 2:30. Nice. Amit and Karthik or anyone going to the exam, please check your ID. The name spelling is exactly mapping with the application, including the space. In some passport, without space, the name will be given. So check out that, is it correctly mapped? Because they really check on the ID part. And your ID should be a photo ID and government ID with a signature. Yeah, this is important. People taking exam from different country, check out the language. In some countries, they use their language. If you go in Korea or Germany, they'll use their language. Check, is it in English? Before you sign up for the examination, check that part also. So coming to Karthik, how many full exams you have done, Karthik?
I have taken 3 full exams. Shri.
3 full exam. Okay.
So score is averagely around 60%.
Okay. Okay.
And I have taken 40 questions also, which is above 70%, 75%.
So in the full, it's slightly dropping down.
Yes. And 60 questions, it's again in between 60 to 65%.
Okay, I would recommend to push little hard on to see where you're losing the scores in full exam, at least the analysis part. I recommend in full exams a person crossing 65 or 68 at least once or twice. It's a good sign.
Okay.
That doesn't mean 60 is bad, but we are on the edge. So main exam, you have to work a bit more harder. A person can get a 65, 68 2 times or once in the practice exam or 70 plus in practice exam, even though they have to work hard, but it's okay. At least they know that some trick they learned how to crack some questions. So the gap between 60% and 65% is some trick is missing. It's not knowledge, it's the knack of cutting the edge that is missing. So you have to identify that trick of cutting it. Once you find, I think it starts happening. And most of the people come in this class, knowledge is not a problem. Everyone knows where risk will come in the project, cost will be the problem in the project, resource unavailability is the problem in the project, and customers collaboration is a problem. We know this. We have seen this every day. But somehow when we read the question, that trick miss out. When you analyze, you'll feel, shucks, man, I thought about it. Yeah, that is what you have to catch up. So check for next few days, what is that trick you're missing? If you can come 60%, you've done a good job. The little more push, yeah, it will make to 65 or 68. That makes better.
Sure, Shri. Like you have given me bullet points. I'm going through that. Glossaries I'm reading.
Very
and chapter 5 audio I'm listening every day.
Okay.
And PMI ethics and Tuckman ladder conflict that and all
Okay.
I'm reading.
Okay. Good enough. Good enough. You're on the right track. All set.
Yeah.
Good. So your family is supporting you?
Yes, it's full of support.
Because the last few days he will not talk to anyone. Always in the room, keep reading. They even start getting it. They even start getting doubt. What happened to this guy? Not coming out of the room.
Actually, my friends are asking, "You're not seen in the apartment. Where are you these days?" So already it started coming up.
Yeah. Sometimes parents comment, you should have read like this in your college days. We hear this dialogue. If you read better like this in our college days, your life would have been better. It's okay. We start the game a bit late. It's okay. All right. Stay focused and stay away from the black boxes, which is mobile or television or a laptop. I know it's nice to see the question post, blogs, YouTube videos. I would say that 10 days or 1 week before the exam, stop all this stuff. Whatever a brain knows, it knows. That's it. There is a misconception that only when I stay alive in the WhatsApp, only when I watch a lot of videos about the program, I learn. Actually, no. You can do better than without this. Sometime you have to learn, then you have to stop it. You should not get to this system and start getting into the books, the notes, what you have. Your notes and books are the best thing to grab the idea, because while you read, while you write, your brain can think different dimensions. Once in a while, you can watch some blogs. Once in a while, a video like this, or you can listen to some other videos. That is you can do, but not constantly onto that, because your brain will not think anything, because somebody is feeding you. You don't think anything. While you when you write and read, your brain starts thinking. So last 1 week or 10 days, please get away from all these guys. Even not me. Get away from all these guys. At least you can share me the score and step out. That's it. Rest all, you have to sit with your book. You have to love the subject what you're doing. That's important. Okay.
All right. I will stay connected with you, Shri, in WhatsApp last 1 week. So
amazing. Let's do that. All right. Then shall I see some questions? Or is anyone else with a different topic for the exam? PMP, PMI-ACP? If not, let's see a question. Let's see a question. I have a question. I'm going to share that with you. Okay. Here it comes. I'm getting a warm day here today. Getting warm is good in at least Europe. Did anyone watch Olympics?
Yes, hockey yesterday.
Hockey. Okay, good. Who won the game?
It was India versus New Zealand, and India won it.
That's good. Good news. All right, question is on the way. Just take a minute to observe the question and keep things in mind. When you read a question, you're going to read that question with who is being targeted, what is the tense of the question, criticality of the problem. Is it a high, low? What is the criticality? And then you're going to also use elimination technique. Doesn't mean all the question will have these parameters, but at least try to see that so your reading ability improves. Let's start here. People from YouTube, you can leave your comments in the answers in the comment section. Okay, let's give a few seconds as everyone started giving the answers already. I'm seeing alphabet of D. Okay. Majority goes with the D. Okay, before we jump to the answer, let's listen to some question thought process here. One of you want to say that, what is the key in this question? Or what is the important term we have to observe while reading this question?
Effectiveness of the training.
Effectiveness of this training. You mean the last sentence of the question?
Yeah.
Effectiveness of the training. So this is the ask of the whole question, isn't it? How the training went on. Okay. Now, is it a past or present? How can
Past.
It is a past.
Past. Okay. Okay. Got you. So a global voluntary organization operates a continuous training model. Okay. Do you think this falls under something called the CI? Something called continuous improvement? To improve the knowledge of all volunteers and members, they design custom training on a wide range of topics and deliver it virtually on the third Friday of every month. So this is a pattern. When it's a pattern, there is a rhythm has been set when the training should happen. The team in charge of training brainstorms a list of ideas to check their brainstorming list of ideas to check if the training is effective and adequate. Because when you do a continuous learning or continuous improvement, there is a process where you have to take a feedback. Is it going in the right order? If not, you have to make a course correction. Which item on this list will help determine effectiveness of this training? Very good. Now, let's start with the elimination here. We understood effectiveness should be understood. So, as you all said, D is an answer. Can I eliminate A?
Yeah.
But why you don't want to do pre-assessment? Why we don't want to take a pre-assessment before the training?
Because the effectiveness is maybe judged after they take up the training.
Okay. Effectiveness of this training.
Yeah,
So
right.
it doesn't make sense to do a pre-assessment.
Right.
Okay. I think obviously B doesn't look a great one.
Yeah.
How many people have had their cameras on? Okay, doesn't make sense. 2 gone. So now C and D. Let me listen to one of you. Why you thought D is a good answer and ignored C?
Because it's the keyword is effectiveness. To understand to understand how effective the training is, what they have learned. That is where it will link to effectiveness rather than areas of interest.
Oh, okay. Okay. I hear that.
Also,
Facts it's required. Statistical sampling.
Sampling is needed here. Okay.
and also the areas of interest focus only on particular topics, maybe not the entire training what it speaks about. Maybe a short set of content. The training could have been a large content as well.
Yeah. Okay. So when we say areas of interest, yeah, please go ahead, Ritu.
It is about attendees to find, because when we are surveying people about their area of interest, it doesn't mean they are attended the trainings or.
That's a point. That's a point, right? When they say areas of interest, it could be beyond the training also. Something else they are talking. What is the areas of interest? Which area? That is not clear there. Whereas a D looks better there. Performing a statistical sampling of attendees to find out what they learned. So what could be the outcome here in this answer? When they do D, statistical sampling, what is an outcome?
They have the data to analyze the effectiveness.
So we will see a scale of 1 to 10 where we stand. Kind of.
They can map actually what is that through the data. They can map to what all the knowledge the team has learned.
Okay. Okay. Will that help as a continuous improvement process? The sampling will help them.
No, where and all they are lacking, that we need to identify, and in the continuous improvement next set we have to take, and where and all they are lacking, there we have to provide some more training on that to improve their skill.
Well said. Well said. As majority of you marked with the D, yeah, D is a good answer. Let's also understand why D is a good answer. Now, the only way to know if your continuous improvement program is working is to measure, isn't it? This is how we do, right? Your fitness or your knowledge, you measure. I believe you all take exam and you check where you stand. Quizzes, survey, metrics, or sampling, or measurement methods. And a few minutes back, we heard from Ritu saying that, hey, the survey is fine, but I don't think this is for the training. Is that correct, Ritu? That's what you want to say?
Yes.
Survey looks nice. Even I can take a survey about the training, but they didn't tell what it is. They just said area. What do you mean by area? Come on, man. Give me something clarity. So now watching attendees on a screen will not give you an effectiveness measurement. It could actually have a negative effect on the uptake. Okay, that's bad thing. But the point here is what this question is trying to see from you. You have to see from the PMI perspective what they want to see. Are you understanding there is something called a CI? CI stands for continuous improvement. Are you aware of it? That's the first question. If you're aware of it, do you know measuring is important in continuous improvement? This is the whole intention of this question. If you get the crux of what they want from you, you will be able to choose the answer very effectively. I found that everyone chose the right answer. Let's also see this in a different perspective. Now, where you have seen this as CI? Have you seen this in your office or in departments? Have you seen something called CI, continuous improvement?
Yes.
Yes.
Kaizens. We have the CA project.
CA project itself exists. Very good. So it is an ongoing project?
Yeah, yes, it's ongoing project.
Ongoing, right? So you can't stop it. I think it's continuous. It's going
continuous.
Going on. And I also heard the word Kaizen. How Kaizen came here?
Continuous improvement.
Continuous improvement. Continuous, a small segment of improvement which falls from Toyota model. Yeah, where they brought Kaizen model. Now, we also talk about plan, do, check, act. Have you heard about that plan, do, check, act? Deming cycle or Sheward cycle. They talk about plan, do, check, act. Now, the intention when they form a question to see, have you learned something on this? When you learn on this, do you have an application knowledge? See, continuous improvement in the book you would have read a few times. You would have observed continuous improvement means identify the opportunities, plan the improvement area, and execute the change, and again take a feedback of it. I take a measure of it. Now the question, when they say this, they want to know, are you aware of this part? When you will get aware of this part, if in case you're involved in a project, what we saw in a question is a very simple question. It's not much complicated, very simple. They straight away say that 2 answers, C and D looks a little tricky, and you eliminate that, you get it. What if they place the same measuring idea into a question which is more connected and complicated? So what PMI can do is they'll put a question with a lot of story, a lot of content, and then they place this measure idea inside that question. They'll fit in inside that. So when you read the story like that, your brain starts wondering what these guys are trying to ask. Because there are too many items, unwanted will be shared in the question. Have anyone read question like that? More than what is needed will be shared in the question. Have you read like that? Big questions.
Yes.
Yeah. When you read a big question, you get carried away. Oh my God, this guy is asking something else. When I say that when you read a question, watch out the keywords. The meaning behind the keyword is what actually they want from you. What do you want from me? That's the way you have to look at the question. What do you want from me? Here, they want to know what is called continuous improvement. And if you're aware of continuous improvement, are you aware of certain stages in that? But should I memorize it? I don't use the word memorizing. I will use the word understanding. If I understand the measuring is very important part of continuous improvement, the moment I read the question, my brain will tell that this guy is talking something on continuous improvement. Either they talk about plan, either execution or measure. Something this guy is going to ask me. And I'll check out the question last line and I'm very clear, oh, this guy is asking measure. So straight away I can jump to the answer. If that clarity happens, you could have answered a question in 20 to 45 seconds. Now I'll connect back to the point which I discussed in the beginning of the class. People struggle on time management in a non-native English countries. I do take classes to some places where the English is a primary language for them or there's a native language. They complete the same PMP exam in 3 or 3.5 hours. That's all they take. They do have a toughness, I'm not denying that, but they don't struggle as the country where they have a non-native English people. There their toughness is very high. So point here is, both have a subject knowledge. When I talk to people from US, when I talk to people from Europe, when I talk to people from Asia, everyone has a good knowledge, same subject knowledge. But the language and the reading ability is a problem. Now, to understand and come out of the reading ability problem, you have to start seeing these kind of terms in the question. What this question is trying to ask me. When you get that, I believe you can even overcome your reading ability problems. That's the intention for sharing this point. You got that?
Yes, yes, Shri.
All right. Let's jump one more question. One more question. Ready? Ready? Let's do it again. I'm giving a few more seconds for your answers. Giving a few more seconds. Let everyone answer. Mhm. Okay, I got a bunch of answers right now. What's the alphabet running? The alphabet running is a C. Okay, everyone went with a C. Okay. Now, let me ask this question first. As I said something in the previous question, what this question want from you? What they want from you?
Measurement analysis, performance measurement analysis.
Maybe the voice is not clear, Karthik.
On the costing part, cost variance. It is discussing on the cost variance.
Cost variance, very good, discussing. But what they want from us, when a person like you or me reading this question, what this question is expecting from us?
So they are asking us to identify the false statement about cost variance.
Very good. False statement. What means could be, are they expecting you to have a knowledge on how cost works in project management?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They want to know, are you conversant on costing parameters when the project is in a good state or a bad state?
Means how the budget is affecting whether it is under budget or over budget.
Very good, very good. Now, for this question, do you think we need a great memory power to memorize the content before you come for the exam?
Mhm.
Or does it mean we need a understanding of the subject?
Understanding.
Understanding. Bit memory, bit understanding. Can I say like that?
Yeah.
You should have memory also, isn't it? You cannot tell a formula, I will just understand. Yeah, you can, but some memory also needed. You should know cost variance will come with earn value as a first parameter to minus with something called planned value or actual cost. But that goes by this question. Again, I'm saying that I'm not able to say that every question you'll be able to see what they want from me. But at least whenever you get a situation like this question, when you read a question, see what actually they want from me. Yeah, that's what the question is all about. But what they want from me, they want to know whether I have a knowledge of cost management. Very good. That's an overall idea. In cost management, they want to know, am I understanding something called variance happen in the project? Very good. When a variance happen, a variance can be a positive and negative. Am I aware of it? They're trying to put everything in this place and see, have you really understood it? Or you're just from the book going to vomit it back? No, you should understand it. Only when you understand, chances are even the change the words and play with the words, you're able to answer it. Okay. Which line or which sentence is interesting in this question? Which sentence you have to observe carefully?
Performance measurement analysis.
Performance measurement analysis. Okay.
Different variables involved.
Okay. With her, explain her the different variables involved. You tell her that all the following statement about the cost. You are saying everything about the cost variance part. I think this word gets more interest. This word is interesting, isn't it? True, except. This is one style PMI follows. Of late, they're reducing it, but if not also in exam, you get this. This is the most trickiest thing when you're in a pressure mode. Shri, this is very simple, man. Except means apart from this. True, but when you sit in an exam hall, when you have a time pressure, sometimes people cannot really get what this guy is asking. Sometimes you feel your brain is frozen. In exam hall, they say that after 140 or 150 questions, my brain is not functioning as it has to function. So be very cautious when they use the word except, pause yourself and look at the screen what this is asking, which means there is true statement. There could be one of the statement is a false. When I say false, it is not a mapping with the cost variance. Something irrelevant, one statement is given here. If you want to tell something irrelevant, first you should be knowing what is relevant. If you don't know what is relevant, you cannot tell which is irrelevant. So your brain starts looking into what all relevant statement here, by which you find the irrelevant one. Okay. Now, people, I heard the chat box, I saw the message as C is the alphabet. Okay, C is the alphabet primarily given. Why C is chosen as an answer? Do anyone want to justify it? Why so? Yeah, Sean, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a chance that we might overspend on a project, maybe due to some unexpected risks or some uncertainties.
Okay.
So it says it is always a positive value. It need not be. So sometimes it can go negative as well.
Okay, okay.
That's why I
So,
felt, yeah.
okay, it's not always positive. So
Yeah.
we learned somewhere in the class, if I give $1 to a team, what is the expectation from the team as a return?
Yeah, it should be 1.
At least 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I give $1 and my team is giving me back 1.2, is it a good sign?
Yes, it is.
Good sign. If I give $1 and my team is giving me back minus, can they give minus here?
Yeah, maybe 0.8 or 0.9.
Yeah.
How do you represent it? You represent it by, let's imagine they give 0.8. Okay. So 0.8 is lesser than 1. Can I say like that?
Yes.
So this is equal, this is greater, and this is lesser.
Okay.
So which means I think you're telling that it is always a positive value, which means it should be somewhere always here, which means a project team will always deliver something given to them. It's an ideal ask. I think that's an ask, isn't it?
Yeah.
In any corporate, a customer will be very happy, guys, if you do this. But that's
Yeah.
not the case, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we have different parameters of success and failure in a project, chances it may go down.
Yeah.
When we learned in project management, we learned there are 3 lines here, right? You have a EV, PV. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Now, point here is a project can go up, can go down, can come back. Yeah, possible. Okay, so your justification is it is not always. It can vary.
Right.
Okay, I hear that point. Very good. Any other person want to share some other thoughts on this answer? You have a different thought?
Performance measurement, in the sense when we are having a discussion, we have to think through that both positive as well as the negative.
Okay.
That matters.
Okay.
So how the current project is going on, that we have to look into that both the areas. If it is completed project, then well and good, we will complete it. But it's ongoing project, then we have to think through that in futuristic, whether it may go for negative also.
Yeah. Since what is her name? Larry, right? Larry is a junior manager. Since we are not picking up any project, we are sitting with her to give an idea about what is a measurement baseline or what is measurement. So what I hear from you is it is advisable to tell that project can go either side. We have to look high on a futuristic part. That's what you want to give advice.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I hear that point. Again, I'm trying from this question to see how we are seeing this question. Am I seeing this question that what PMI is looking from me as a person who's advising or giving an idea to Larry as a junior project manager, what I want to give them? You are right. The answer goes with the C. When I say C, the cost variance can be negative value. It can be 0 or a positive value. Depending on what? Depending on the earned value and actual cost. In this room, some of you may not know what it is. Let's quickly take a look of it. Do anyone remember this in the class somewhere we learned it? If you remember it. In the cost management class, we took some time to learn this part called about a project will have a planned value. Okay. When I say planned value, the project starts from the month of January. It goes up to the month of November. Whatever you do in this timeline is a planned value. Now, where the game starts is when we start doing the earn value. The earn value is when the team starts progressing. We did the month of Jan, then we did the month of Feb, then we did the month of March, April, May. Whenever I move, this is going to be earn value. What I planned, what I achieved, learned. I plan to complete 20 work packages in my project. How many I have completed? Maybe I have completed 18 work packages. Is there any variance between these two? Planned is 20, completed is 18. Is there any variance?
Yeah, 2 packages variance.
Variance is there, right? Here, the variance is a positive or a negative?
Negative.
I think it's negative, right? Pretty simple. Yeah. I took a very simple level of idea. But in a project, it can be a little huge also. You have a number of packages, number of things going on. Now, this comes under the umbrella called EVM, Earned Value Management. So what the question is looking out is, am I having that idea of how a management works? When I have an idea, am I also aware that will there be any variance? If there is a variance, this variance can be either side. You cannot tell always negative, always positive, or always in the center. It can keep varying. Why it should vary? Many reasons. You will even quote with me saying that, Shri, you know what? A risk in the project occurred because of the variances there. You will tell an issue has happened. You will tell that there are different constraints, like a quality problem was there. You can give a number of reasons. But the point here is, as a project manager professional, are you seeing variance will happen? If it happens, what should be done? That's the next stage. I think that's what the question is looking for. All right. Do you even remember the formulas also? If you're new to this class, maybe you're from new batch, you don't know what it is. There is something called variance and formula. You may learn this part of class in the coming days, where we start talking about the variance. What now we just saw an example. Okay, I just said that what is cost variance? There is a schedule variance. There is an index. There is a performance index. We will learn this part of class. People who have learned already, take a look of all this variance. Formulas are not coming in the exam. Even if it comes, they already give all the details and ask you how things are going. The calculations are very less. Even if it comes, maybe one calculation, that's a very simple calculation. But it's good to learn because it's a base of understanding how the project is progressing. All right. Hope you got something. We are top of the time. So what's the learning today? Any 1 or 2 points as a learning?
Measurement in continuous improvement.
Measurements. Okay, very good. That's a continuous improvement. Good to know. We learned something on continuous improvement, CI, PDCA. Yep. What else? Continuous improvement, variance, Bindu says variance, nice. Cost variance, good. Good. Good on the subject side. Anything on the exam part you learned today?
Key points we have to identify it on the questions.
Very
as
good.
Well as the tense need to be identified.
Tense of the question. Read carefully. Very good. Anything more from the exam point of view?
Time management.
Time management. Time management is a crucial part depending on our reading ability. If you're a smart reading person, nothing to worry. If not, yes, you have to be cautious. You have to accept yourself. Yes, I have trouble in reading. Sometimes you should not have false trust give to yourself. You should accept, yes, I have a reading ability problem. So what I will do, when I read a question today, as I was pointing, what PMI looks from me in this question? And I'll try to understand that. Chances are you get close to the answer. Okay, very good. Nikita says we also talk about approaching the drag and drop questions, not to spend too much of time in a place. Very good. Subhashi says PMI expects from me. Very good. Nice. All right. So now what we'll do now here is I would expect people to stay in touch towards the examination. I have a few people going to the exam. Few people plan the exam. Date is not clear in this room. Don't hesitate. Just give me a message and let's do some conversation. Today I'll be in some classes. And coming days, we will have a short conversation to see where are you. When I say where are you, you join this class, but you're not clear on the date. You are reading, but you're not sure, am I ready for the exam? Is it a question for some of us? Am I ready really? That's a toughness, is that right? You really don't know, am I ready? So we will talk about this as a chat or a phone call. Then I can give you some thought process when you can book your exam. Based on that, let's plan your examination. And then people going to the exam who have 10 days or 1 week with you, stay closely in touch. As I was pointing out, follow some tips to improve your scoring part. Try to reach 65 or 68% in the full exam. That's fine. And the last important point here is stay away from television or a mobile for a while. At least you give a fresh thought in your mind. Yep. All right. Any other points to be shared? If not, have a great Sunday. We'll connect again in a different session. Thanks for being here. Catch you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.